What's going on, fans? This is your number one YouTuber, your favorite doctoral student, and your favorite teacher, Verdi L. Coleman III. And here is the season finale. That's right, season finale of season 4 of Road to the Doctorate. This is the 8th episode and the conclusion to the first series. So, of all the requests that I've had, just different questions in my lifetime, things I've been asked about a lot of people wanted to know about the very first time I performed poetry. And I was talking about it with a couple of my friends, and I figured this would be the best time to talk about it, especially considering that I'm coming out of retirement virtually. I did a piece in February, and then just the other night while I was typing my paper at the time of this video, I did an impromptu piece on Clubhouse with a group of people in the room, and they loved it. So I'm thinking about coming back out virtually speaking, and then once COVID opens back up, I'll come back and get on the circuit whenever I have time. But now I just want to tell you my story about the first time I ever performed poetry. So it was my first year of college at University of West Alabama. And I was just a kid that was trying to find his way, trying to figure out where does he fit in, where does he belong. And I knew that I liked poetry. So immediately I found myself in a creative writing class. There was this guy who was taking the class with me that knew another guy. And what ended up happening was that other guy came to me and asked me, he was like, "Hey, you look like you do poetry." And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And so he invited me to what was called an open mic night on the campus. Now, that was like a week prior to this event. So my friends that I was hanging with at the time, very closely, they were like, "Dude, you should really go for it, man. Like, that'd be a way to, get your name out there and be able to, perform everywhere else." And I thought to myself, I said, that might sound fun. But I had doubt in my mind at first. I was nervous as all get out. I was like, man, do I really want to go out here and do this? Because truth be told, I had stage fright. I still have stage fright even now, but it was way worse back in the day. So September 6th, 2009 comes up, and it's the night of the open mic. I get up there, and I was nervous, but at the same time, to them, I killed it. But in a way, in my own way, I felt like I could have done more. I could have been a little less nervous. I could have been, a little bit more vocal, projecting my vocals and things of that nature. I was my own worst critic that night. Not because I just don't believe in myself, but because I knew what I was up against. And so I would go on to perform many more pieces at West Alabama, and I would be known as the guy who performs poetry, specifically love poetry, because I was, trying to shoot my shot. And for those of y'all that went to college with me, y'all know I failed utterly. Utterly and miserably I failed. But at the same time, I did manage to cement something of a legacy while I was there. Now, the feeling that I had during the performance, I was indeed nervous. My hands were sweating. I remember exactly what I was wearing that night. I was wearing like black jeans, a black t-shirt, and I had like black forces on. And I had my ring around my neck, so it was kind of one of those moments like, okay, I'm just trying to blend in. I don't really want to stand out until I perform. And one of these other guys, he was beside me, like he was gonna do just like some hip hop, and he looked calm, cool, and collected, like nothing was wrong with this guy. And I was like, man, how do you not be so nervous? And so he told me, he was like, bro, I'm nervous every day. But I have to remember that the worst thing the crowd can do is boo you. And when he got up there, he went before I did. He killed it. The crowd was going crazy for him. It was hard for me to go behind him, but yet and still I did. I managed to do great up there, and like I said, I will go on to do more. And since then, that guy has been living a great life. He's taught me some very valuable things. And the people that have come along to help me improve my poetry as well, I love you guys for it. I'm forever grateful for it. And I mean, there's no way I can repay you guys. Like, even if you didn't teach me anything as far as just poetry related, if you just was right beside me the entire time, you know, pushing me to go forward with it, my hat goes off to you. Now, there is a video. It's actually on my Facebook page, but for the simplicity's sake, I downloaded it and I'm adding it here so you guys can see it. This performance took place back in 2011. It was late 2011. And I know it was 2011 because I was still wearing my rosary back then. Not full disclaimer, this was caught on like a regular camera. It wasn't on a smartphone back then. And the noise quality may be a little messed up. So I tried to adjust the noise quality as best as I could. So hopefully you'll be able to hear it. So let's go for it.
Title of my poem is called Venom. Where I can sense your heart and feel your warm skin, my words penetrate and spread rapidly through your blood within. My phrases filled with toxins, infect and rewrite what your eyes perceive. I stain your blood and sear your brain, vocally producing illusions no woman has ever seen. I slither up and down your mind and in your sleep, coiling around your thoughts and curiosity, perusing in patterns where you cannot avoid. My dance as I slide into your most vivid fantasy. As my words weaken your walls, they penetrate and weaken your fears. My eyes pierce the steel around your heart, and my fangs drain your mistrust, and it disappears. From the moment you saw my eyes, you were trapped in my gaze. My lethal temptation drew you in to touch me in forbidden ways. Resist as you may, for my words and my bite. I will tempt you in the day, as well as the night. Not for lust, not for deceit, but for the friction who is cousin to love, called envy.
So, if anybody couldn't tell back then, I was indeed very nervous. I was trying to basically keep myself calm as possible because I knew like I was up against some big hitters. This was actually a poetry slam that was going on, and the dean of the college, who's still the dean of the college at the time, he always put this stuff together. And so he was like, Birdie, why don't you come out and perform a little poetry for us? And I said, sure, why not? Plus I was getting extra points for it, so it was a win-win situation when I really looked at it from the optimistic side. But I am thankful for you guys that have been on this journey with me since the beginning, since January of 2020. You guys have really been awesome. For those of you that have subscribed to me, for those of you that have watched my videos, promoted my videos, liked, comment, I'm thankful for it. And I would like for you guys to continue to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You know, share it. Give as much publicity to it as you can, because season 5 is definitely coming with some heavy hitting content, and it's coming with some artwork as well. And there may be some special projects on the way as well. Kind of want to keep them on the hush at the moment, but if you want to get an idea as to what I'm doing with it, you know, you can follow me on Clubhouse, you can follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and just kind of pay attention to the sublims and see what you can glean out of it. In the meantime, I have a nice sneak peek for you guys as to what season 5 is going to look like as far as the opening. So as we close out, here's the intro. You guys have been great. This is a Silvertongue production. Stay safe. God bless. Intro, season 5.